Dubai, the city of dreams, is ready to weave yet another fairy tale. Tonight it's time for the footballing greats from all across the globe to descend here and roll back the years and recreate their vintage magic. The heroes are back, and let's enjoy the champions take the center stage yet again. An enthralling battle is on the cards.
Welcome to the Al Maktoum Stadium and welcome to the Imtiaz Legends Football League powered by Hazza. My name is Chris Brown and I am joined by Ahmed Khawaja. How are you, Ahmed?
Good evening, Chris, and looking forward to this outstanding event, the Imtiaz Legends Football League powered by Hazzi. The Steel Doctor Red Devils taking on the World 11. Should be a very, very exciting afternoon here at the Al Maktoum Stadium, the home of Al Nasr Football Club in the heart of Dubai. Looking forward to it.
It should be a cracker and the fans are here in force. We're looking forward to the lineups, which will be, and this is what they'll be playing for.
Fabulous grand trophy indeed there.
See,
absolutely, there's some bragging rights on show here between the Red Devils and of course the World 11.
There's two very strong teams here, Ahmed. What are your thoughts before the game? We've just seen the lineups.
Well, honestly, I was completely starstruck when I saw the likes of Robert Perez, Rivaldo, Wes Brown, Antonio Valencia, Julio Cesar. Absolute galaxy of stars, some Ballon d'Or winners in there,
and
some World Cup winners in there as well.
So we have Julio Cesar in goal, formerly of Inter Milan, obviously of Flamengo. Wes Brown, Wes Morgan in defence. I would imagine those two will be in the centre of defence. Danny Simpson on the right-hand side, Mikel Silvestre on the left-hand side. I would imagine we will have the two wide players in Nathan Dyer and Antonio Valencia. Eric Jemba playing maybe with Patrice Evra, and Dwight York and Dimitar Berbatov up front. And our World 11, David James makes it into a World 11, the Englishman. We have Bernard Mendy, the Frenchman, the German, Robert Hoof, Frederic Picuni, formerly of West Ham, played in England and France. Robert Perez, known to everyone what a footballer Robert is. Rivaldo, the Brazilian legend, can't wait to see him in play. Bakary Sagna, Mikel Salgado, William Van Keer, Rashid, and another massive legend, Clarence Seedorf.
Absolutely, look at that. We have Ballon d'Or winners in the Champions League winners in there as well. So certainly a lot of quality on both sides of the World 11 and of course the Steel Doctors Red Devils. And take a look at the crowd. They're absolutely packed in tonight at the Al Maktoum Stadium.
And here is pictures of Mikel Silvestre. We just interviewed Mikel on the pitch and he was very much looking forward to this game. Still keeps himself in great shape, still playing 11-a-side football. And another man, Patrice Evra, who, as you can see, keeps himself in fantastic shape. He'll be a determined man to win this game. He doesn't do anything other than to win, is there, Ahmed?
Oh, absolutely. Goes at 100%, whether it's on the field, off the field. Very colourful personality. And Dimitar Berbatov, the silky, elegant Bulgarian. Really looking forward to seeing him out there in the middle. He always made the game look so easy, Chris.
He does. And the moments when I think of Dimitar Berbatov is when the ball comes out of the sky and he just brings it down nonchalantly. Classy man. Started his career at Sofia. And there we have Wes Brown. I played a few games against him. Ahmed, I was saying this earlier, and he was always a superb athlete, superb footballer.
Yeah, certainly having a head full of hair these days, which he didn't have in his playing days. Looking very sharp. And La Brujita, Juan Sebastian Veron, one of the outstanding central midfielders of the mid-2000s and the late 90s. What a player he was. One of my all-time favourites.
Incredible footballer.
So earlier it was Chris Brown downstairs with the legend of Mikel Silvestre. So let's go downstairs and see that sideline interview.
Mikel, good to see you. I bet you're excited, are you?
Extremely excited. Thank you for having us.
It's been some time since you played.
It's been a week and I still feel it.
Yeah. You played in the game last time. Bit of a different opposition this time.
Yeah, we expect a higher level, maybe not a higher tempo, but it will be exciting.
Yeah, they've certainly got some good players playing for the World 11. How about your team?
Yeah, we're looking good, we're looking strong, we're looking confident. Berbatov, York up front, Antonio Valencia, Juan Sebastian Veron, Patrice Evra. We've got a good lineup, we're strong.
Nice to be back playing with some of these players, I can imagine.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, it's we are prolonging our career. I stopped about 8-9 years ago now, and it's still amazing to be able to be on the pitch, having a lot of fans supporting us. So I feel very privileged.
Brilliant, and great to see so many people already here. Just before kick-off, can you give us a prediction?
There will be goals, there will be tackles, and hopefully no red cards. And stay until the end, because there will be a penalty shootout for all the players to take.
Brilliant. Well, I wish you all the best. Good luck, and see you after.
Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
Well, there will be goals, there will be tackles, as Chris Brown having a wonderful conversation with Mikhail Silvestre.
Yeah, he's a gentleman. He's a really good guy, Mikhail. He lives here in Dubai, and I'm sure we'll see his competitive spirit as well. There is Mr. Rivaldo. What a player this man was. Brazilian legend. And he is a real headline coupon.
Oh, absolutely. 2002 World Cup winner, Copa America winner, of course, all those titles with Barcelona and Milan as well. So certainly looking forward to him. And David James, outstanding England goalkeeper, must have about 70 or 80 England caps, if I'm not wrong. One of the best to ever do it for the Three Lions. And he certainly has a big fan following, as you can see there, looking absolutely ripped as well.
Yeah, he's always been a physical specimen. And another local Dubai resident is Miguel Salgado. Miguel, who see his Real Madrid highlights. I think he's got four Champions Leagues, and Robert Pires, another.
What a player he was! What a player he was! The 2004 Invincibles. Who could ever forget? He was a key player for them, and the elegant left-sided winger, playing on the wrong side, the inverted winger. I think they were well ahead of his time. And Bakary Sagna, right full back for Arsenal and Man City for so many years.
Yeah, and we'll hear from him in a moment. But again, another player who's moved over to Dubai and is now running a coaching academy here. He was up early this morning, he told me, working with his young players.
There you can see some wonderful more crowd shots in there. They're certainly packed in this evening at the Al Maktoum Stadium. It's gotten cooler as well, so certainly a lot more conducive for the spectators to come in, and they've packed in by the droves. And like you mentioned, there was a chat earlier you had with Bakary Sagna downstairs, so let's have a look at that as well.
Bakary, good to see you. You excited for tonight?
Yeah, good to see you too. First of all, it's good to see people attending the game, and yes, of course, it's a type of game we want to be playing even when we retire, because for most of us we are still fit, we are still looking for competition. I think the event is great because it's a fantastic moment to bring people together, no matter where we are. We are all from different country, continent, culture, and for the good identification of football, the good values of football is really good, and especially in the region. The football is evolving a lot. It's about developing the kids, it's about bringing joy to the kid, to the people, and I think it's good for the kids to be able to witness the pace we're going to use tonight on the pitch, and it's only positive and a good day.
Brilliant. And those players that you're playing with tonight, would you say this is the best team you've played in?
Yeah, by far. I used to be a fan. I am still a fan of them, because most of them, of course, they are older than I am. So I used to watch them. I used to look to them, and I work really hard to reach I don't want to call it a job, but it's a blessing I got to do for many years. So yes, of course, for me it's probably the best names on the pitch tonight, and it's a pleasure.
Brilliant. So we can expect a competitive game, and who's going to be the winner?
The blue. So Dubai will be blue today, and hopefully we're going to try our best to play nice football. We're going to try our best to give a nice show to the people, and most importantly, to enjoy, to play with a smile, because football should be played with a smile, especially now in the difficult days. If we can bring a bit of joy, a bit of smile on the faces, it will be nice.
Wish you all the best, Bakari. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it, and a wonderful conversation with Bakary Sagna as well, backing the Blues as you would expect, Chris.
You'd expect so, wouldn't you? And you know, it must be very, very nice, even for a player of his class, to be in and amongst some of those players that he's not played with before, as he mentioned. As you see there is the Man United lineup. Any players that you would pick out that you were excited to watch?
Well, I'm certainly excited to see Antonio Valencia in there. Of course, Michael Silvestre, the left and right backs in particular. Patrice Evra, it'll be interesting to see. He used to be a left winger in his Monaco days. Maybe he'll bring out those attacking instincts as well. But for me, it has to be number 16 himself, the big Bulgarian Dimitar Berbatov. He was a class act in his day, and maybe he can just rewind the years and bring back those glory days he had for Spurs and of course for United.
Yeah, certainly. For me, it would be interesting to see those players, the younger players, and see how well they perform. Here is the World 11. David James being in goal, and Bernard Mendy, Robert Hoof, Frederic Pagona, Robert Pires, Rivaldo, Bakary Sagna, Miguel Salgado, William Van Queer, Rashid and Clarence Seedorf. They are some huge names.
Well, look at that midfield. Robert Pires, Rivaldo and Clarence Seedorf. You would like those men to be supplying those through balls for you, wouldn't you?
You certainly would. And we expect, well, we've got the band on now, haven't we? So we're looking forward to the band. And it's one of the biggest crowds I've seen in the Al Maktoum Stadium.
There we have it, the Dubai Police Drumline Band, looking very sharp indeed, certainly more than us in the Combox. They are really put out this evening at the Al Maktoum Stadium. Wonderful to see traditions being followed, and it is a very big occasion, this match here at the Legends Football League.
Yeah, it's just so nice to see so many people in this stadium, and so many young people coming to watch these legends. It's usually people of our age and a bit older that obviously will recognise them from their playing days. But
our age?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. But so many young players here, and there's so much fanfare involved, and it's just a really nice evening out for families.
Oh, absolutely. Seeing a lot of Man United jerseys, Man City jerseys, some old school Milan jerseys as well for the likes of Rivaldo and Clarence Seedorf. And it certainly is an absolute kaleidoscope of colours here. And of course you have the traditional wear as well. Certainly a fabulous evening to have some live football action. And how many times in your life do you get to see the likes of Robert Pires, Clarence Seedorf, Rivaldo, Michel Salgado, Wes Brown, Wes Morgan in the flesh? So certainly the people in Dubai have grabbed this opportunity with both hands.
Certainly have. And obviously looking at these two team lineups, my prediction, I think, will be going with the World 11. But you know, we do know that football isn't just about talent, it's about working hard and determination and all those things that go with it. And maybe if you do look at that Man United team, when they've got, you know, Danny Simpsons and the Dyer in there that are still in their 30s, they might have that upper hand from that regard.
Oh, absolutely. And then you have the quality of Dwight York and of course Dimitar Berbatov there, Juan Sebastian Veron, one of the outstanding Argentinian midfielders of the past decade. With him pulling the strings, I think even the Red Devils are in with a decent shout here. I think you're underrating him a touch here, Chris.
Well, we are very much looking forward to the Imtiaz Legends Football League powered by Hazard game as we wait for the teams to arrive. You'll see the fans now getting very excited as they see themselves on the big screen.
Oh, absolutely. It's so many young people in the audience. Of course, we watch these legends apply themselves in their prime, but clearly the youngsters are very tuned in as well, and they want to see the likes of Evra, Rivaldo, Pires, and so many on Michael Silvestre as well. So it's good to see. And there you can see a lot of support for the local sides as well. And of course, Man United, there's a sea of red on either side from our perch here.
I think that's the thing, is it's the Dubai and the UAE is all about. Is about so many different nationalities and coming together, and that's football, isn't it? That's we see the different nationalities that are playing today, and it's a great advert for not only football but also Dubai and the UAE.
A wonderful, rousing intro there by the Dubai Police Drumline Band. They have certainly put on a show. We're just about minutes away from kickoff. Of course, it is the Steel Doctor Red Devils taking on the World 11. Of course, there's going to be a lucky draw for that decent piece of kit there. The MG car, brought to you by Hazi.
It's not a bad prize, that one. Fantastic to come to a game of football and go home with a car.
Yeah, absolutely. I have my eye on that. And then thank you very much to our sponsors, Hazi, for being part of this lucky draw. So somebody's going home a very, very lucky man, woman or child indeed.
I think I'm going to take the ticket stubs that I've given to people and claim that if they comes in. So we are only minutes out now from the start of the Imtiaz Legends Football League powered by Hazard match. I know we are being joined from all over the world as we wait for this mainly Manchester United, ex-Manchester United team against a World 11.
And I'm just looking at the playing 11s once again. The back line for the Red Devils looking very stout indeed, with the likes of Wes Morgan, Wes Brown, Patrice Evra in there as well. So it's not going to be easy for the men in blue to get past that back line.
No, when you've got two big men there at the back especially, and you've got in Wes Morgan and Wes Brown, and then you've got the pace of Danny Simpson on one side, Mikkel Silvestre or Patrice Evra, we're not sure which one, will play on the left-hand side. But then you've obviously got the pace of Antonio Valencia going forward. And he is, I think he's what, 42, 43 maybe? No, he's 38. I've just double-checked. And so, as I was mentioning earlier, we've still got a number of players in their 30s, so the standard should still be high. You're
only as old as you feel, Chris. That's what I always say, especially when we're there or thereabouts, the big 4-0.
Yep.
So just going through the opening formalities here, the Dubai Police Drumline Band putting on a show. And of course, we will have the Steel Doctor Red Devils taking on the World 11. Wonderful scene here at the Al Maktoum Stadium, the home of Al Nasr Football Club. But it's not about Al Nasr this evening, it's about the Red Devils taking on the World 11, and plenty of red. I'm seeing a few Arsenal jerseys in there as well.
A few Arsenal ones.
Your neck of the woods.
Controversial. Maybe Robert Pires fans.
And of course, just to introduce our officials as well, who are going to be conducting this game.
There's a friend of mine, Lee Probert, former Premier League referee. He will be taking the game.
Alongside him is the Lions lady, that is Amal Jamal. And then the linesman, Mr. Amir Ali. Our fourth official is Muhammad Al Hormoudi. So very experienced and very high quality quartet of officials.
Yeah, and fantastic to see Amal, who she's the only Emirati female referee or assistant referee, and she's actually the UAE First Division officiating.
Absolutely brilliant. Certainly a trailblazer in the field as well. And speaking of trailblazers, there he is, Rivaldo. Outstanding legend, 1997 Ballon d'Or winner as well with Barcelona, World Cup winner, many more accolades as well. The two teams are out there finally in the middle.
Wes Brown captain in Man United, won't be the first time, and look at the smiles on the faces of Dwight Yorke. It's like the old days, isn't it? Maybe not for Ron, he didn't have the greatest of times, did he, at Manchester United, in fairness, but Patrice Evra certainly enjoyed a great career there.
Oh, absolutely. Won the Scudetto with Lazio in Serie A, and made that big money move to Man United in 2001, 2002. Still won a title there. I remember that hammering of Spurs. You remember that game, 5-2?
Yeah, that was a great game, yeah. Fantastic. That time when Veron went from Man United to Chelsea, you thought that he might actually pick up the performances. Unfortunately, it didn't, but he he ended up spending a lot of time in his latter career back in his native Argentina as well, didn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. He's a boyhood fan of Estudiantes, so he certainly played for the club before and after his fame, and then I believe he was part of their management staff as well later in his career as well.
That's right, yeah, maybe director of football. There is Mr. Probert, Lee Probert, huge amount of experience refereeing in the Premier League. I saw him before the game and he was shaking hands with some of and you can see the respect that the players had for him actually, which is nice to see.
And of course to his right is Madame Amal Jamal, who is our Lions lady, and of course we have Amr Ali to the left and Mr. Mohammed Al Hamoudi, and of course Lee Probert, who will be conducting the match this evening here at the Al Maktoum Stadium.
There is, what a player, Mr. Perez. I'm just looking forward to seeing him move. He had that unique way that he kind of glided across the pitch, didn't he? And certainly missed that.
Well, Arsenal are certainly missing that. Although they're playing well these days, Arteta ball is well and truly on. And they are, of course, the Steel Dr. Red Devils, Mr. Dwight York, top right, alongside Julio Cesar, Champions League winner with Inter Milan. A bit strange seeing him among the red, but certainly I think we'll get used to it very quickly.
Yeah, and just noticing that Antonio Valencia is probably the only player there that I would say he's probably put on a bit more weight than the others. Danny Simpson still looking in great condition. I think he only finished about 2 or 3 years ago at Bristol City, I believe, his last club.
So Juan Sebastian Varane with that trademark goatee, and of course the ball top, very, very iconic indeed for those who grew up in the mid-2000s. Not Chris, he's a lot younger than us, but he's certainly a big hero of mine. So Wes Brown and Rivaldo, the two captains this evening. And we're about to have the hostilities to resume here. Should be a cracker. So there we have it then. The Sky Blues taking on the Reds. Patrice Evra, I'm sure he'll be giving a very rousing pre-match speech to the boys.
Yeah, he was a leader, wasn't he? And he was a leader for France, a leader for Man United, and I'm sure in that dressing room that he will take nothing more than a win.
And of course, just to inform you of the broadcasters for this match, you can watch it on Dubai Sports, Super Sports in South Africa, Star Sports and BN Sports in India, Sharjah TV locally as well, Abu Dhabi TV as well, Geo Super in Pakistan, and the Myco app, as well as the Sports Eye Facebook page. So it's truly going all over the world here this evening, Chris.
Great to see. I'm sure we'll be entertained, as we just saw pictures there before Rivaldo was William Tranqueira, who's who's emigrated to Dubai, French footballer who's played he was at Marseille, he was at Roma, a few other big clubs, and I did a little bit of work with him, training with him, and he's a fit guy, so he'll certainly help that midfield area for the World 11.
So we're just about seconds away from kickoff, and yes, it has begun. It is the World 11 in possession. Ludovic Joly, the right winger. And here we go then. Chris,
former Barcelona player, was he?
Yes, he was. Most certainly Monaco and Barcelona, indeed.
Yep. And Mendy on the ball. The pace, as you'd imagine, isn't the quickest at the moment. Miguel Salgado picks the ball up. Goes into midfield, Tranqueira. Just pops across midfield, Seedorf. Lays it wide. World 11 with possession, as you maybe expect. Clarence Seedorf. What a footballer that man was at AC Milan and a number of other clubs during his career. Shame we never saw him in England. Really always wanted him to come to England, but Spain and Italy were where he was best, weren't they?
Lovely bit of trickery there from Michel Salgado, but they read it like a book. And Julio Cesar on the ball now. So you can see that initial pairing. It's the two Wes's, Wes Morgan and Wes Brown in there at the centre halves. The chip there from Cesar, very nicely done indeed.
He did a little bit of South American flair there, wasn't it, in goal? Interesting, I thought, this evening that Cesar's playing for the Red Devils, yet David James is playing for the World 11.
Yeah, just mixing it up for us, aren't they? Robert Perez on the ball here, trying to get something going with Clarence Seedorf. He will no doubt be pulling the strings in midfield.
waiting for someone to. It's a bit of a game of chess at the moment, isn't it, in regards to who's going to be a little bit more direct than the other. White York now on the ball, plays it into Danny Simpson and into Antonio Valencia. And this man could pass the ball. Fantastic pass with the ball.
He never was a speedster, was he? Juan Sebastian Veron, all about the vision, all about timing the ball, trying to make something happen here. Good combination, then an early tackle coming in. Possession easily won by the World 11, and there we go. Rivaldo with a wonderful through ball. Ludovic Julie looking for members, looking for teammates. Nicely blocked by Big Wes. Nicely done. First corner of the evening.
Good little break down that right hand side there, but really he was defying his age there as he went on that run. Just looking to see, he was onside. As he cuts in, he can't pick Robert Perez. Post, and then we have a goal just in the replay. It is that man Gulli.
Well, there you go, the short corner routine. I think they caught Julio Cesar off guard there. A long range strike low into the bottom left hand corner, and the scoring has opened up here. Look at that, beautiful control one time, brilliant placement right in the bottom left hand corner. 1-0 for the World 11.
That really is a good bit of quality there. I mean, it caught the cameraman out. It was that quick in the first stage, and yeah, he couldn't put it any better, could he?
Well, just about 3 minutes in, and we've got the first goal. There you go, early lead for the World 11. White York looking to make something happen, a bit isolated. Ludovic Julie, well, merci for the first goal.
There's a big French contingent in both of these teams, actually. Miguel Silvestre before the game has said that there will be goals, and I don't think he was hoping to concede one after 3 minutes. Miguel Salgado still looks in great shape as well.
Nice interception there by Sebastian Veron. Antonio Valencia playing a bit centrally this afternoon. Let's see if he can just start bombing down the right flank. That is where he earned his bread and butter for many years in the Premier League.
Yeah, just saw a shot of the Red Devils manager there on the sideline. That is Tom Fonte. Tom is the main man from Umbro in this region. I spoke to him the other day. He was he was very excited about the opportunity to manage a team full of these players.
Well, those are some big names he's managing. Of course, sometimes it can be tricky in the locker room when you have such big personalities, but so far, so good.
And Ibrahim Bar, legend, AC Milan, fantastic wide player back in the day, but so a bit more experience, shall we say, on the World 11 coaches.
That's some serious caliber, Ibrahim Bar. I think injuries curtailed his career. What a player he was in his prime indeed.
And again, it's the World 11 with possession with Rivaldo. Looking to get on that one with a left foot. Plays it into Julie. And Miguel Silvestre does well. Picks the ball up.
This was a robust tackler, Mikael Silvestre, and here we go. Evra trying to combine with Veron, both teammates on that 2002 Premier League winning team for Man United. Wonderful raking ball on towards that right flank and just out of reach of Danny Simpson. Beautifully done by Veron.
That was the spray cam, wasn't it? That's what we were waiting for. Veron just to open up, and that's what you remember about him. He's just such a fantastic passer of the ball, both short and long.
Absolutely, more than 70 caps for Argentina as well. Played 3 World Cups if I'm not wrong, and was certainly the heart of that midfield for many years indeed.
If we did try to recognise the number of titles that these players have won, I think we'll be here all night, wouldn't we? But there's certainly some incredible achievements. Great ball into the box, could be a second! And just put wide. He certainly is the danger man at the moment.
Well, what a wonderful cross coming in from the left, beautifully weighted, and Ludovic Julie, 9 times out of 10, you would expect him to bury that one. That should have been 2-0.
Bakary Sagna delivered that, and he delivered it like he was at Arsenal. It was that was a superb bit of play again from the World 11. Man United struggling to contain them at the moment.
This is a good idea, trying to get the big number 9 Dimitar Berbatov on the ball. Wonderful first time ball on. Look at that first touch from Veron. Incredible.
Great switch. Was it, who hit the switch? Was it Danny Simpson from right back? Veron. Certainly you don't lose it, do you? Not when you've got quality like that man.
Speaking of quality, Dimitar Berbatov looking for somebody to just make some moves off the ball. Work towards Valencia, trying to get Veron into space. They're passing the ball. The short passing has been pretty decent. Just need to up the tempo here, the Red Devils.
They do. I'm not sure they can quite up the tempo. That may be the problem, but great touch around the corner by Sagna as he's pressed by Danny Simpson. And lovely little bit of play there into Robert Perez, who opens up and keeps it. Plays into midfield to William Stranquer. Mendy at the back, playing with Robert Hoof, who one of 3 players playing on the pitch tonight who won the Premier League for Leicester City.
Well, absolutely, him alongside Wes Morgan, and of course Nathan Dyer, I believe, is the third. What a wonderful run to the title it was. Claudio Ranieri, the Tinkerman, finally getting it done at Leicester City of all places.
That was one of the most incredible seasons of football, probably any country. I remember Claudio Ranieri used to refer to Wes Morgan as Baloo from yeah, the very gentle man, but when he spoke, you listened.
Absolutely. Michel Salgado, excellent interception there. Trying to get Clarence Seedorf on the ball. That's always a good idea, I reckon.
Certainly is, and he's kept himself in such fantastic shape. He was always a hell of an athlete. Clarence Seedorf as he sprays the ball out wide there. Just kept in again by Julie. Good cut back.
Almost found him there. Such a great volley of the ball as well. Seedorf. Sanya trying to curl it in, and a wonderful save. Low to his left from Julio Cesar. And that's why he was the Brazilian #1 for so many years.
He's done well there, Cesar, to get down to that. It was on his weaker foot, Sagna, and he just opens out, tries to bend into that far top corner, and Cesar does well.
Wonderful save through the legs as well. That would have distracted him further. Very nicely done by JC. Another short corner played here. Seedorf trying to make something happen. Rivaldo on his trademark left foot, just looking to turn it back, trying to build something. Michel Salgado, the ever marauding right back. Remember him bombing down the right flank for Real Madrid and Spain for so many years.
Yeah, great competitor. Won many titles with Real Madrid, and has been very successful with his football academy here in Dubai. Ferzan Hispania. Got some extremely talented players and some very good teams across the age groups.
Once a chipped ball from Veron not finding its target, and this gives Perez an opportunity to burst forward, as he did for Arsenal many years, getting onto his right foot, and a timely interception. He was just opening up, wasn't he?
Yeah, Wes Morgan taking no chances there, comes across, big robust man, and this is where they're having all sorts of problems. United, the Red Devils, at the back.
Ludovic Joly is finding a lot of room. The ball is really skipping along on this outfield. It was just watered before kickoff. It's given it that slick feel. The ball really moving quickly.
Clarence Seedorf now gets it back. Can he work a little bit of magic?
He can.
Almost
he certainly did. Wonderful move there. Florian Malouda, former Chelsea left winger, alongside him. And look at this trickery from Seedorf. Beautiful.
Great little bit of work. Just Wes Brown comes across.
Danny Simpson, he was left on an island there.
Yeah.
Needed some assistance for sure. It's big Wes Morgan striding forward. Valencia looking up, looking for a pass. And as always, Sebastian Veron is available. The Red Devils coach is not looking a bit miffed at the moment.
Yeah, he certainly wants to win the game, does Tom, doesn't he? He's trying to organise them the best he can, and trying to get them up for the game, because at the minute they're playing second fiddle to this World 11 team. And here's an opportunity for Dimitar Berbatov. Holds it up nicely though. Mendy presses him, gets him back into Veron. Veron up. And the World 11 compete well defensively. Keep possession. Patrice Evra flies in.
No love lost between the Frenchmen there.
A little
You
wry
can see
smile.
Evra enjoyed
Little
that
cheeky
one.
wry smile there, didn't he? Just caught him. Nothing malicious in it though, so it's all in a good humour.
Of course, those two did play together for Monaco in that 2006 Champions League final run where they missed out to a certain Mr. Jose Mourinho and his Porto side.
Great memory, great memory. That's the first of his Champions League wins, was it?
Forum Malouda, former French international, former Chelsea as well, trying to make something happen. Rivaldo, champion, the legend, Ballon d'Or winner, World Cup winner, a glittering array of trophies. And Ibrahim Ba looking a bit concerned, perhaps with the defence a touch.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be confident with them going forward, but with the Man United strike force at the moment, I think they might need to make some changes to be a bit more direct. There's not much pace there with Berbatov and Dwight York showing his age.
Dwight York in particular has been a bit isolated, but here's some room for Patrice Evra, opening up for Veron here. When you see a strike, where's the ball?
Dwight York. Dwight York just holds it up. As you mentioned there, maybe he enjoys himself off the pitch, doesn't he, Dwight York? So he maybe had a late evening last night. That's maybe why it's going to take him a little bit of time to get back into this game. But there's Ronnie. I think he was just trying to clip a ball into Berbatov, and Berbatov just not on the same wavelength there. Although he did overhit the pass as well.
Yeah, it was a half cross, half shot, wasn't it? Looking for that movement from Evra. But, he's certainly pulling the strings in the heart of that midfield for the Red Devils.
David James, little clip into midfield. Most midfielders don't usually like those clips into midfield, but it was effective. Both coaches push forward, and again, Mikhail Silvestre at left back is struggling to compete, and it could be a second, and it is! And who is it who scores? Not only it's the man who we spoke to before the game, Gary Sagna.
Well, a brilliant ball there from Ludovic Jouli. Once again, in acres of space down the right wing. Clarence Seedorf opens it up. They play the high line, and he springs the offside trap. And a wonderful finish from Sanya. 2-0 for the World 11.
And they deserve this 2-0 scoreline, that's for sure. Good play again, and it's Mikhail Silvestre, I think, might be the first player to get hooked, because he's certainly struggling to contain Gouli on this left-hand side. And there we do, I believe, see a substitute.
So it's an early 2-0 lead for the World 11 in just about 15 minutes. So the Red Devils, well, they have to dig deep here. Dimitar Berbatov, Dwight York, Juan Sebastian Veron. You certainly expect a lot more. But it's the World 11 clinical finishing. And the first change of the game as Mikhail Silvestre, like you mentioned, just having a bit of a breather.
And this Nathan Dyer now on this left-hand side for Manchester United. He'll certainly add a bit of drive and a bit of pace. Only 36 years of age. And a nice little bit of one-touch play there from the Red Devils.
The final third is where their creativity is being blocked by the World 11. Reading the game very well, and yes, Dyer just to add some pace and width to the Red Devils.
Seems to have been pushed up further than Patrice Evra, who's be asked to do the defensive work. As we see Ibrahim Ba just barking instructions. Rivaldo into Perez. Again, Gouli's creating space on the right-hand side. Great ball. Oh, what an effort that was! An overhead kick.
Well, that would have been an early highlight of the evening from Sanya. The attempted scissor kick, and the crowd all went up with him. Just going to hit the target.
That was a superb effort. It was a great ball. It was pitched up, and he's gone for that. And if that one goes in, he's not going to let anyone forget that this evening, that's for sure.
Well, he might have been getting a call up from the Premier League if that was heading into the net. Wonderful acrobatics from Sanya.
Here's Nathan Dyer. Made his mark at Swansea. Started out at Southampton, but in a couple of spells at Swansea was where he really had his most success, and this is where they might get some success down this left-hand side.
You can immediately see they're trying to stretch the pitch here. It's a good idea. It was just getting a bit congested in the middle of the park there.
Dwight York find himself on the left-hand side. He's trying to target Dimitar Berbatov. It's well defended in the end by the World 11. Robert Perez again gets a little turn, plays it into Rivaldo.
Again, very calmly done. No huss, no frustration there. Good work there, done there by Mendy at the heart of the defense. And once again, always looking to open up Julie. And Clarence Seedorf spotted Julio Cesar off his mark. Bit of a Milan derby there.
That was, I'm just looking, there was a big wry smile for Cesar there as well. And Seedorf, I think I remember him trying that one once for AC Milan, or who was it? No, it was Real Madrid, where he, on the right hand side, if you remember that strike he hit, incredible stuff.
Antonio Valencia then getting into the attack in his natural right wing back position. I think better tactics here with Nathan Dyer coming in on the left wing. Valencia now operating on the right alongside Simpson.
Tom Fonte, the head coach, is wanting more from his team. Dimitar Berbatov, he had an opportunity there. He could have maybe looked to get a strike off, but holds the ball up. Have a little bit flick into Veron. Veron holds it himself, gives it to Danny Simpson.
Looking for that early cross here, floated into the box. Nicely done by Julie. He's been really patrolling that right wing.
He's been everywhere. He's been making these darting runs down the right-hand side. He's been doing his defensive work, we've seen a couple of times. Certainly the standout player for me at the moment.
Dwight York on the ball, looking for some support. Chipped in, but Evra, that's not the best cross he's ever delivered in his life. He'll be expecting to do a lot better.
Yeah, he won't be happy with that one. See it again. An opportunity to get Berbatov or Danny Simpson in. He's disappointed with himself. As much as he likes to enjoy himself, he certainly takes his football very seriously.
It's been the Rivaldo and Seedorf show so far for the World 11. And that man, Ludovic Julie, he's been an absolute menace down that right flank. A rare misplaced pass gives the Red Devils an opportunity to counter.
Ibrahim Bar just asking his teams to do the out of possession work, and Red Devils give it away. Veron, who hasn't enjoyed a great opening 20 minutes. Rivaldo, that trademark where he receives it, opens up, plays with his wonderful left foot. And on the left hand side now, it's Robert Perez in possession.
Looking for that early ball, some space here for Rivaldo. There you go. The Rabona pass. Certainly some samba flavor being added to this wonderful match between the World 11. Here we go, 1-2.
Now could be. Oh, and it's just saved again by Cesar. Florent Malouda with the opportunity. They carved through this Man United side, but Cesar down well again.
Lovely layoff there from Rivaldo. Cushioned it perfectly, opened up nicely.
Robert Perez has just, Seedorf had already made the run as Robert Perez's head had gone down. Misplaced pass, and it's Red Devils in possession. Berbatov trying to link it in with Dwight York.
This is one area where they can look to exploit the flanks. But Dwight York, you can see, very isolated in among 4 World 11 defenders, looking for somebody to support him.
Mendes just tried to drive inside. It's given an opportunity for Evra to get outside of him, but they cut back, and now it's Mendy. Can't get the ball back into it to carry his run on, and it's the World 11 again that break through Gulli.
That back line of Mendy, Booth and Michel Salgado in particular, have done a wonderful job. And here goes Julie once again.
He's really got some pace still. Very, very impressive. They look to play back into him. The Devils get players back, but here's Rivaldo with that disguised pass into Seedorf, who really tries to take. Right, York enjoying a little bit more possession, just can't get Danny Simpson in to follow his run, so just checks back. Now Patrice Evra.
A solid hit, but a ricochet off towards the right flank, and that's where the attacks are stalling here, right on the edge of the World 11 box. They can't find that penetration.
Yeah, it's just, I don't think they've really got the pace to get in behind them, have they, on the break, and like the opposite way they're doing. Gully again is a huge handful, plays it into Rivaldo. Rivaldo opens up, can he pick? He almost picked that corner out. That was like watching Rivaldo of old, wasn't it?
Well, it felt like time stood still there. That left foot curler from Rivaldo, they gave him the opportunity. That wasn't far off at all, Chris.
Wasn't far off at all, and I think Caesar was probably a relieved man as he saw it flash past, because I think maybe he thought that was actually heading in. Here is Wes Brown now for the Red Devils. We've played coming up for 24 minutes here at Al Maktoum Stadium. It is the Imtiaz Legends Football League powered by Hazard match. We will see a result, and we will see some penalties as well, I believe.
Absolutely, and those 20 minutes have just flown by. Really captivating, gripping action. A lot of it thanks to Ludovic Julie down that right flank for the World 11.
Yep, he's my man of the match so far. Here is Rivaldo. Nicely into Malouda, and here he is again. This man, I don't think his own team can even keep up with him. That's the problem now. They're telling him to calm down. Rivaldo. Always got that bit of disguise. Nice little bit of one-touch football, two-touch football. Again, Rivaldo looks to shape up. So much space on this left-hand side, but they can't exploit it. Dyer almost fouled. That might have been a hamstring injury there, I think. There's some pain of Lee Probert. Our referee plays on. Little nutmegs. Berbatov. Now can he conjure a strike? We're on. Nathan Dyer's gone ahead of him. Here's a cheeky little ball. York just can't get the touch to hold it up, and David James easily takes that ball.
A lovely invention there from Veran. Just that chip. And Dwight York needed a better first touch, and that would have been 2-1 for the Steel Doctor Red Devils.
Dwight York, who is a very good golfer. He spends a lot of time on the golf course over here in Dubai.
I'd love to find out his handicap.
Yeah, I know him and Teddy Sheringham have a number of games when Teddy's over this way. Robert Pires now. Game's slowed down, which you expect it will do. And Clarence Seedorf, a couple of times he's tried that little touch around the corner and to get on the other side of it. It's not come off. At least he's trying to conjure something up on the edge of the box.
This is more like it from Berbatov, looking for a through ball, and has to go back. Eric Jemba squares it to York, and now Evra with some room to exploit.
Berbatov tracked by Robert Hoof, who is another player who hadn't finished, only retired 4 or 5 years ago. Embarking on a lovely touch. Berbatov Has he gone down too easily? What will the referee, Lee Probert, say? I believe he's given a free kick. Not sure if it's a free kick or a foul.
Well, that looks...
Sorry, a penalty.
Well, Berbatov. I'd say that was very nicely done.
He's given it. Lovely bit of skill where he just opens his body, has that touch. Benjamin Mendy not happy with Lee Probert.
Well, who will tell you this is just a friendly here, Chris? The emotions running high.
Players who play at this level, who've played at that level, nothing's a friendly to them. Very, very competitive people.
So here we go then. Penalty for the Red Devils. Can they get on the board? Dimitar Berbatov, he's been there, done that, and they need this goal just to pull it back.
Berbatov! Oh, what a save from David James! They really needed that, and David James knew exactly where Dimitar Berbatov was going. I'm not sure he would. And here's it. Oh, and Berbatov ends up finishing it off through the legs of David James, who smiles. And they're back in it.
They most certainly are. What a finish. Fluffed the penalty. Great save by James. But they just couldn't clear their lines, the World 11. And full credit to Patrice Evra. He kept it alive. Turned it back in. Bakary Sagna, well, he made a meal of it alongside Mendy. And through the legs. 2-1 for the Red Devils.
You're right, Patrice Evra done really well to keep that ball in. And from both sections of play there, Mendy, really poor, or not really poor that he's given the ball away there, and not so good with the challenge on Berbatov. And I'm glad for the spectators that we have a game on our hands now.
Well, I know you're a London lad, but no love lost for the United, I'm sure.
No.
Plenty of representation here at the Al Maktoum Stadium for the Red Devils, and they certainly enjoyed that one.
They did. Now they are moving the ball nicely. Space on this left-hand side. This is where they might get a big advantage with Evra and with Dyer now. That bit of pace makes a big difference, particularly when players are aging a little bit. Mendy making up for his earlier mistakes with a header out. Malouda now picks it up. Tranquille, who hasn't seen much of the ball, has just moved it whenever it's come into him. He's got it to the bigger names. And again, Gouli's on a run.
Oh, well done, Big Wes. Well done indeed. Slowed him down. He's been the only one who's managed to. And perhaps just trying a bit of trickery there, Julie. Wes Morgan, very experienced. Nicely done.
Defends well there. Defends well, does Wes. He's embarked on I know he's done a sporting directorship, and I think he's trying to get back into the game in more of a managerial kind of senior director role within football. As Morgan, as with many of these players, regular visitors to Dubai.
Opportunity here for Simpson to get a ball in, but just turns back, and you can see it's Dimitar Berbatov who's really running the show now for the Red Devils.
He is. We're on there, just shaping up with a shot. Chance now for Patrice Evra. Feels he was fouled. Has Lee Probert, referee, given a free kick. Maybe caught by Robert Hoof there. We'll have to see that one again, but flew in, Evra, that's for sure.
And I think it's just his boot, the follow through. And Malouda stuck a leg in there as well. And, I think it's all right.
Yeah, and it was a good spot from Lee Probert. Very good spot. He's just having a little chat with Sebastian Veron. He's a real character, is Lee Probert. Great guy. And now an opportunity for maybe the Red Devils to get an equaliser.
There's a chance for a free kick here. Juan Sebastian Veron bend it over the wall, or maybe underneath it.
Never know with that man. And there is the car that is on offer this evening for one lucky winner with their match ticket.
Absolutely, we're very thankful to one of our sponsors, Hazi, sponsoring that wonderful gift, a lucky draw. And, one person will certainly be very, very lucky tonight here at the Al Maktoum Stadium. Will we be lucky enough to see a free kick goal from La Brujita, Mr. Juan Sebastian Veron?
Well, he's had a penalty, already that he squandered. What will he do with this free kick? Well, Salgado looking to block. It's a good save. Dwight York can't get there. Mendy gets his body across, and David James scrapes it off the floor. Veron has a little laugh with Lee Probert, which is nice to see. And we play on. Wes Brown heads it into Wes Morgan.
Well, he didn't go for the curler there. Went straight at the goalkeeper. Almost worked. David James did spill it. It was tricky when they bounce right in front of you. But good game awareness there from Mendy as well.
Yeah, he does well following it in. Dwight York, not as sharp as he once was. Mendy does well to get across. But Malouda now picks it up. Van Queer played into Rivaldo. Dries Everest seeing a lot more of the ball now. And as you say, Ahmed Berbatov pulling the strings. Danny Simpson into Antonio Valencia. Can he get a cross in? No, opts to play into Danny Simpson. Drops it back off to him. Goes back inside. Berbatov round the corner. Now they've gained confidence. Ibrahim Bar looking the more worried of the two head coaches at the moment.
Yeah, they're moving the ball around very nicely here. Still 2 walls of blue in front of him. Berbatov opens it up for Valencia, who's looking dangerous.
He is, and can he get a cross in? He can. It was nicely slid across the 6-yard box, and good defending by Miguel Salgado. White York just couldn't get in front of him, and it was Mendy who turns it out, and it will be a corner now as they turn the screw, the Red Devils.
I would say that's the best move they've put together this evening. Good low cross from Valencia. Good stout defence by the World 11 as well.
Oh, Berbatov tries to chest it off, and it wasn't under Dwight York's thought process. Willie holds it up under pressure from Mendy.
No doing on the corner kick this time, and Venker alongside Florent Malouda in that midfield. I do feel that the World 11 are lacking that number 9 sort of figure like Berbatov. They're creating a lot of opportunities, but there's nobody in the box there, Chris.
Yeah, that's right. I think where their advantages are coming is down the flanks, isn't it? And they haven't got that out-and-out centre forward, or even a 10 who could hold it up at the moment. But they are winning 2-1. Miguel Salgado just picks it up, drives inside. Out to Gully. Rivaldo's just saying, just hold it, hold it.
I'm getting there, just hang on, wait for me.
Yeah. It's Seedorf who's playing really the more of a central figure. And Salgado just gives it away there. Looks like he wanted to cut the ball inside, and just a missed touch as Red Devils drive forward with Patrice Evra. Lays it off now with Veron. Veron for the first time with a misplaced pass.
Asking a bit too much of Evra there. He just made that run into the box. A rare miscommunication. They're certainly looking dangerous the last 8 to 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, they're the stronger of the two teams, that's for sure, for the last 10 minutes then. So we'll see when we get to half-time, because the second half's going to be different. These players, they'll get in at half-time and muscles will seize up, and it'll be interesting to see the changes. Malouda with the outside of his foot, lovely pass. Sagna drives on. And Clarence Seedorf in possession. Chance now, Van Queer. Rivaldo into Seedorf, can he spin, can he turn? Lovely bit of play. It's just picked up by Julio Cesar.
That was a great team move there by the World 11. Just couldn't turn Wes Morgan there, Clarence Seedorf, slipping the ball in, but nicely covered by Nathan Dyer as well.
Must be strange for Ibrahim Bar. I imagine he would want to be on the football pitch with a number of these players. There's Robert Hoof, no messing. drive through the middle this time, but now it's split wide. Really, again, can he keep driving? He's going to go back post. It's decent looking delivery, but Wes Brown defends well.
Great through ball from Rivaldo once again. Ludovic Giuli getting acres of space. Trying that early ball. Just didn't quite hit it right. Good defending by Wes Brown. More than 200 caps for United. Champions League winner in 2008 as well in that memorable night in Moscow. You can see why. Excellent reading of the game.
Fonte there for the Red Devils, just trying to encourage his team. It's been kept in though by Malouda. I thought the ball was going to go out. Nathan Dyer just comes in and puts it behind. And it's Jasper Ronquist who has come on for Antonio Valencia. Jasper Ronquist for Eric Djemba.
Flying winger, the Swede, part of that 99 treble winning team. Fantastic player he was in his prime.
He was, and formerly of Parma, I believe, at Everton he was at, and I was checking his stats earlier, and he actually never played more than 30 games for only the two clubs in Sweden he played for.
There you go. Like you mentioned, a long career in Serie A and the Premier League. Yeah, just off there, Michel Salgado. Nicely seen. The linesman as well. Sabra, he's been full of running tonight, hasn't he?
He has. He hasn't disappointed. Patrice he's been full of energy, keeping himself in great condition, and Berbatov just moving the ball now on this right hand side for Danny Simpson. He's giving it away, and not happy about that for sure. Was Mr. Berbatov. Simpson, maybe he only played 3 games for Man United, and Berbatov played a lot more.
Once again, it's that trio of Giuli, Rivaldo and Seedorf. Robert Perez has just disappeared from the game a touch. Needs to be a lot more involved, and this could be a good position.
Could be a penalty. No penalty given. Robert Perez not happy about that.
Well, he was moody at the best of times, the Frenchman. I think he just went down a bit too easily there, Chris.
He keep running into Antonio Valencia, and it's like running into a wall at the minute. But Antonio Valencia has put a bit of weight on since he's retired. That's to be kind, I think. But here's an opportunity now on the left-hand side. A number of players who actually on the pitch tonight who've played over in the Indian Super League. I know there'll be a number of Indian watchers, and there's quite a contingent for Kerala Blasters as well while we were looking earlier. Berbatov was one of those to go over to the Indian Super League. David James was at Kerala, Wes Brown was over there. There is a potential penalty.
Lee Probert perhaps being a bit generous there to the World 11. That was, of course, not on purpose. Current rules. Easily been a pen. Great work there by David James. Does not hang on though. Oh, Perez. Very nicely done indeed. A crucial interception.
Miscommunication there. I think Danny Simpson was thought that he was no problems. David James was coming to get that no matter what. There was he decided as he got floated in by Veron, he was coming. He got his touch, and it's 5 minutes to half time in this Imtiaz Legends Football League, powered by Hazamatch at the Al Maktoum Stadium. Veron clipping it back post. Berbatov. It could be an equaliser. Oh, he surely had to hit it with his left foot, Ahmed.
Yeah, I was expecting it to go into the top of the roof of the net, but chose to square the ball. Unselfish play from Berbatov. Look at that touch. And this was the moment he needed to pull the trigger.
He really did. I know he's always been an unselfish footballer, Berbatov. Always looking to play people in or lay people off, but that time he really just needed to strike it left-footed. Heavy touch by Malouda. Nathan Dyer. Here's another opportunity now for the Red Devils. Playing with offside, they play on. Danny Simpson. Pan to the crowd. Dwight York York struggling at the moment.
He's had a quiet game, hasn't he? But they're now battling with Rivaldo.
Yeah, does well, and his play on. Wins it back. Blomqvist now. Out to Veron. Goes to shape as if he's going to cross, but holds it off to Berbatov. Now Wes Morgan's got himself forward. White York cuts round the corner. Crowd want more.
Great timely interception there. I believe it was Venker. And here come the World 11 with Perez and Seedorf. Back with Sanya looking to power down the left flank as well.
Sanya's been good, hasn't he? He showed some real appetite down this left-hand side. Both flanks of World 11. And Trusov just catches Clarence Seedorf. Hope he's okay. Just a naughty little step on his Achilles there. That's across him.
Well, this is the ideal position for someone like Clarence Seedorf. Perez, Rivaldo, they'll all be lining up. Must be about 28 meters or 30 meters from goal. Enough to get it over that wall, perhaps into the net. We could be in for a special moment here, Chris.
You could, I hope so. It could be one of these special players who dips it in. We've seen a few from this man, that's for sure. That hat-trick he scored for Barcelona, the one that went over the wall from this kind of position as well.
Magical game that was against Valencia. Oh, hitting the top of the wall there. Great attempt. Ball is still alive though. A bit of a shove from Veron.
It was. Bar thinks so as well. Because Veron wasn't actually looking at the game, was he?
Yeah, but it's been played with a great spirit, hasn't this game?
It is, yeah. If it was VAR, I believe we could have had a penalty on our hands.
Well, Ibrahim Bar was 100% convinced. Bit of the Manchester derby there, Sanya and Veron. And of course, bright yellow of Brazil, well and truly represented in the stands, as Evra looks to break with the Jesper Blomqvist.
Doesn't matter where you go in the world, you'll always see Brazil shirts, wouldn't you? They're what they've done in football over the years has been incredible. It doesn't matter where you're from, there'll always be Brazil shirts.
That was well and truly off there. Blomqvist just trying to move a bit early. Rivaldo and Perez on the ball now.
Seedorf finds himself on this left-hand side. Drags it, and just waits. Robert Perez tried to thread that ball through. Jesper Blomqvist does well defensively. There's Morgan. Referee's rave play on. And we are almost at the 45-minute mark. I don't think there'll be any added time on. I don't think these players will want any added time on, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't think we've had many fouls or stoppages either. It's been a wonderful flowing game. And Blomqvist put him a trip, but that is half-time for you. 2-1 for the World 11. Plenty of thrills, plenty of spills, and plenty of goals as well.
Yep, it's been great for the spectators, both watching here on TV and in the crowd at the Al Maktoum Stadium. They look disappointed. We'll always get one of those, won't we? Seedorf, can I have your shirt?
Well, I'd certainly like that piece of memorabilia. So let's take a look at the first half highlights. 2-1 to the good are the men in blue. And of course, they'll get some much needed fluids in, get themselves refreshed, come out to compete for another 45 minutes. A goal from Julie and Sanya. And of course, these are the highlights of the first half.
And here is the man Gulli in the opening 3 minutes. He does so well, creating space on the right-hand side. The corner comes out from Malouda. It's the first goal. The touch and the finish is sublime.
Yeah, he certainly ran riot in the first 20 minutes or so. Ludovic Julie was getting a lot of room down the right flank. And it was some patient build-up from the Red Devils. They were a bit static until Nathan Dyer came into the piece.
Yeah, Mikhail Silvestri just struggling on this left-hand side, as you see there, defensively. Julie breaks on the right-hand side. Rivaldo holding up, but it's Bakary Sagna who carried his run on and finished for 2-0, and at that point we really thought Red Devils were going to struggle in this game.
Once again, that man Julie making it happen. Was persistently fed down that right flank, and this attempt from Sanya was spectacular to say the least.
That was an amazing attempt by Sagna, and here we go again. Julie just playing it back into Rivaldo. Rivaldo just bends this one. You think at one point it's actually gone in, but it just goes round the post, and Julia Cesar glad to see the back of that one.
It was Berbatov and Veron combining for the Red Devils. This was a wonderful chip. Take a look at this. To Dwight York, just couldn't control it. And David James very gleefully taking the ball, but that could have been the moment. Then Berbatov with the missed penalty kick, but Evra kept the ball alive, brought it back in. Sanya failed to clear. That was the moment. Red Devils coming back into it through the legs. 2-1 for the men in red.
David James with a right smile there. Dimitar Berbatov does well after missing the penalty, but it was a good save by David James. Guessed right. I don't know if he remembered from his from any of the penalties that he'd faced against him over their time together in the Premier League, but Mendy didn't do too well there. Good finish in the end from Berbatov, and I'm sure we'll see a chance in a moment which he should have really struck it as he did there.
Once again, Ludovic Julie, wonderful ball over the top from Rivaldo, trying to find Seedorf. Great reading there, great defensive header by Wes Brown. There it is.
Here's the opportunity where Berbatov comes there. He just needs to strike it left-footed. Instead, he tries to play it back to Dwight York, and the chance has gone. But here's some happy faces in the crowd out at Mount 2 Stadium.
So then it is 2-1 to the good are the World 11 at halftime here at the Imtiaz Legends Football League game presented by Hazi. We'll take a very short break and be right back in just about 10 minutes time with the second half. Well, while we've watched the Masters in action in the first half, we will now watch some of Dubai's corporate bigwigs holding center stage in a penalty shootout. It's Liv versus Noon in a tie break in the halftime. So over we go into the middle. Liv versus Noon, the two corporate giants here in Dubai taking on each other in a 5 penalty shootout. So yet more excitement for us in the com box here, Chris.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, Ahmed. I think there's a friend of mine out there who's going to hit a penalty for Noon.
Well, are you a Liv man or a Noon man, Chris?
Well, I'd love to see him miss, I'll be honest with you.
So here we go then. It's a rivalry like no other. Right alongside Milan versus Inter, Real versus Barca. And here we go. Great start for Noon. 1-0, bottom right-hand corner.
It's a coolly taken penalty as well, wasn't it? It's a good one, that. It was better than Berbatov's.
Well, yeah. Goalkeeper perhaps need to do a bit better, get a dive in. So it's Mr. Kafil Hussain who's put that away very nicely indeed.
Impressive, impressive.
Plenty of banter, plenty of bragging rights at stake, I would say.
Live to take. Sid Chowdhury in goal for Noon. And Liv, can he get a save? He can! Big save from Sid Chowdhury.
And there you go. Made it look very easy indeed.
He did, with his trainers on.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest doing that without gloves though. Need to get a pair of goalkeeping gloves on, but nicely done. So it's Noon with the early advantage. And
it is Sid Chowdhury, steps up. He's... Oh, what a great penalty! Fantastic penalty.
Cool as ice. And then into the goal as well.
I coached him as a young kid.
I can see, I can hint, I can sense the hint of bias there in the com box. I'm playing it firmly down the middle. So here we go. Can Liv get back to scoring? They need to bury this one for sure. Oh yes!
It was that disguise. You think he was going to go to the left, but he actually plays it down the middle. It's a good one, that.
Oh, Liv is on the board. And I think, well, you didn't coach him goalkeeping, did you?
I certainly didn't. He's a youngster now for Noon. Young Khalid steps up. Oh, what a penalty that is! What a penalty for the youngster.
Well, that was the best of the lot. Right in the corner, no chance for the keeper. And well done, young Khalid. Look at that.
Lovely moment. He chucked the eyes in there, sent him the other way.
Well, that's a memory he'll have for a lifetime. That was very coolly done indeed.
Oh, and he's gone the right way. He's guessed the right way there.
Well, Liv, you have not done yourself proud here this evening so far. Yeah, that was telegraphed too early.
Was. Oh, it's just saved. Ramsey, the new head of football for Noon, he might be sacked after that.
Well, there you go. A much needed save by the keeper for Liv. Just bouncing off the shin there. Good reactions, good reflexes.
Well done, the goalie. I've never seen many goalkeepers wear glasses either.
Yeah, that's not a great idea. So who's it going to be for Noon now? For Liv rather, pardon me. One to the good Noon, but this one could pull it back and make it interesting. Sid Chowdhury in goal once again. Can he make the save and end the contest for good?
Oh, what a save! Sid Chowdhury, what a save! Look at the smile on his face. Delighted, he's been outstanding in goal.
Well, that's a top door save. Even David James would be proud of that one. And well done Noon.
Unbelievable stuff. I look forward to sending him a voice note after this game.
There you have it then. Well, they're still conducting the final one. Fair play. But it is an advantage that cannot be surpassed for Noon. It looks like they'll be taking home the bragging rights this evening.
They certainly will be. Oh, and that was a decent penalty. That was like a Roberto Baggio 1990 World Cup one, not the one he missed, the two before that he scored, post and in.
With the final penalty kick coming up for Liv. Of course, they cannot match the score, but perhaps just to feel good about themselves here.
Yeah. Give everyone an opportunity, eh?
Left footer here, new angle. Let's see if it
Trust the left
works.
footer. Oh! Changed that there. Did he go left
Changed
foot
it at the
left?
last minute. Well, he's still pretty pleased with himself.
Nice to see a smile on his face off. Look at that. Interesting penalty, that one.
Well, there you go. Well, my man of the match of the penalty shootout is young Khalid there. But a convincing victory for Noon over Liv.
And Sid Chowdhury there scores his penalty and gets the saves that made it as well. Well done, young Khalid. And there he is, camera pans.
So there it is then, Noon 4, Liv 1 in the half-time penalty shootout. Second half of the Imtiaz Legends Football League game presented by Hazi coming up very, very soon. Right then, welcome back ladies and gents to the Imtiaz Legends Football League powered by Hazi, the Steel Doctor Red Devils taking on the World 11 live from the Al Maktoum Stadium in Dubai. The World 11 are 2-1 to the good and they have been well deserved of their lead so far, Chris.
They have been, yeah, but in the last 20 minutes, I'd say, of the game, the still Dr. Red Devils certainly got themselves back into it. I think looking to see what condition these players walk or jog back onto the pitch will be maybe how you can predict how this game is going to end up.
Well, that man, number 9 for the Red Devils, will be key. Dimitar Berbatov missed a penalty kick, but was looking dangerous. And on the other hand, the World 11, a lot depended on Ludovic Julie creating those runs down the right.
Yeah, he certainly, everything ran through Berbatov, didn't it? There was opportunities on this left-hand side for Man United, or sorry, keep saying Man United because I keep seeing the badge there, for the Red Devils when Patrice Evra was driving forward, but plenty of opportunities on that same side with the World 11s as they were going forward. Gully being the main man there, who was the real thorn in the side for the Red Devils.
So we're just about seconds away from kickoff in the second half. 2-1 to the good are the World 11. So here we go then. The hostilities have resumed.
Yes, it says the correct score on the scoreboard there, because a moment ago we had 2-1 the other way, but it is 2-1 to the World 11 here at the Al Maktoum Stadium, home of Al Nasr in the UAE ADNOC Pro League. And here's Jasper Blomqvist into not a player who used to play for Manchester United, but who played for Swansea and Southampton, Nathan Mendy, who plays it into Sebastian Veron. Lovely bit of disguise into Berbatov. Could be offside, no offside given. And Veron trying to thread that back into Valencia. Good defending from the World 11. And Malouda just tidies up, gives it into Miguel Salgado. Nice little turn from Malouda. And Robert Hoof is giving it back into David James. They split. James looks to play into midfield. Robert Pires controls it beautifully. And Salgado then move it really nicely now. Van Queer into Ricari. Zagna on the left-hand side. He drives forward. Good bit of play. Rivaldo onto the right-hand side to Gully. And it's just given away there by Van Queer.
Patrice Evra, great turn of pace there. Split the two. And a bit of a drag back from Van Queer, but Lee Probert rightly allowing play to continue. Good start here for the Red Devils.
Here is Antonio Valencia. Mendy defends well against him though. Don't think that one, we'll see that one out.
Two big lads competing there.
Big smiles on the face of both of them there.
Throw in here for the Red Devils. They immediately get on with it. Danny Simpson has been playing very conservatively down that right flank. I'd like to see him just to push on a bit more.
Yeah, you're right, Ahmed. He really is that chance where they can get forward, and you know, he possesses that bit of youth, and having only finished probably 3 years ago, you'd expect a bit more from him, to be honest.
Jasper Blomqvist getting some room down that left wing to take on Michel Salgado.
And here is David James. Picks the ball up. Throws that out nicely into Clarence Seedorf. Comes back into Robert Pires. Rivaldo. Seedorf finding himself on the left-hand side. He's been all over the pitch.
I would love to see him release one of those missiles off that right boot. He is shaping up for it. Good move here from Malouda. In a threatening position, and great block there by Nathan Dyer. Corner for the World 11.
Mikhail Silvestre having a chat, I think, with Ibrahim Bahad. I can't see Mikhail Silvestre being coming back on, but just having a little chat about the game, maybe. The opposition manager. Robert Hoof has got to be the danger man in the World 11 box, or the Red Devils box, but they work the corner short. Malouda looking back post into Rivaldo, plays it back. I think that might have been offside, was it?
Yeah, just drifting off there, but great move there from Rivaldo, great vision as well to play that ball. And yeah, just snuck a yard or two, half a yard maybe.
Good attitude to get forward though, at his age, Rivaldo. Still got a huge love for the game, obviously. Blomqvist now on the left-hand side, cuts it back to Veron. Dwight York in that centre area. Danny Simpson gives it away, but it was offside anyway.
Dwight York, he's been quiet this evening. Just straying off there.
Didn't he? And Florence Malouda play in, it'll be dispossessed, and here's an opportunity now for the Red Devils to get this equaliser. Tom Fonte there. Nathan Dyer. It's held up. Berbatov and Mendes.
Well, he's certainly been very aggressive with some of his pressing, Bernard Mendy, but they've needed that at times.
They have, and yeah, he's certainly been in at players. He hasn't held back.
Five minutes gone by. It's been a cagey start to the game so far. Both sides still just hanging on to their lead. Red Devils, they certainly need to make something happen. And Rivaldo, well, I think that might be it from the Brazilian legend. Wonderful ovation here from the fans here at the Al Maktoum Stadium, and why not? He's put on a show.
He certainly has done. He's done very well, and you know, he really is one of the greats of the game. And you just saw Nathan Dyer there, just wanting to get a handshake with him because he is such a legend of the game. Danny Simpson, is that a foul throw? Is Lee Probert going to make that one? Yep, he allows him to take it again. So now we've got some substitutes, I believe.
Yeah, Piquillon coming on for Rivaldo. So will add some bite to that forward line for the World 11. This lead is still a bit dicey here, Chris. They'd perhaps like another goal.
Yeah, they certainly need another goal to finish this off. Otherwise, Red Devils will always have an opportunity to get back in the game. And here he is, the substitute, driving forward. Frederic Piquillon. Quite sure what happened there, but he... Yeah,
it was Seedorf who lost possession there. That will get Frederic Piquillon warmed up quite nicely. And here comes Danny Simpson down the right for the Red Devils.
Moran picks it up. Dries Everett split to the left-hand side. Again, really, so much energy. Really quite incredible. And the Red Devils break now. Can they get players forward? Berbatov. Everything's been run through him. Well, not for the first time. Displacing the pass. Really. Surely will be offside. Yep.
Our lines lady there, Miss Amel Jamal, easily spotted that one. Vanker way too early with his run. Opportunity for the Red Devils to build up again. They are finding some space here with Blomqvist down the left flank. Great run by Evra once again. Great energy.
Here's our female referee. Emirati referee who's officiating in the UAE First Division. Hopefully soon she'll be able to officiate in the top league here. Queer just fouled by Dimitar Berbatov. Just a reminder there, the Imtiaz Legends Football League presented on. It could be, no, the offside flag, we were waiting for that to go up. And Frederick Gona is just wagging his finger.
You have to wait for the opposing player's touch to give it the official ruling. And there was a bit of suspense there, but yeah, he did look well off there. Nathan Dyer now bursting forward, trying to make something happen with Dwight York. And Robert Huth would hit the aggressive tackle on Yorkie.
No, not to hold any prisoners, Robert Huth. He came over to Chelsea as a young man and then ended up playing there, and was at Stoke City as well for a number of years, wasn't he?
Yeah, part
as well as Leicester City, obviously, part of that team, sorry, Ahmed, that won the league, and he obviously partnered his opposing centre-back, Wes Morgan, at Leicester City.
Of course, part of the German national team as well for many years, Robert Huth, quality centre-back.
The Red Devils with possession. There's Morgan. Great little bit of play by Nathan Dyer there. Sharp as plays it into Jasper Blomqvist. Now edge of the box with Dwight York. Not strong enough to hold it off. Referee's played on. Dwight York struggling a bit today, but here is a man who isn't struggling. Houli. That one was a bit wayward, but he's been top class. Seedorf now onto that right foot. Can he get his shot off? Plays it to Van Queer. Can he work a bit of space? He can. Oh! William Van Queer with a great finish from the edge of the box. Just worked a little bit of space and bend that into the far top corner. And look at the smile of fellow Frenchman Ibrahim Bar. Watch this one again. Just curls it into the far corner. Cesar went down in instalments, and it is 3-1 to the World Legends.
Perfectly placed there, wonderful footwork. And Julio Cesar, even in his prime, couldn't have reached that one. Just off the inner upright there. 3-1 to the good of the World 11. William Vanker with a fabulous finish.
Tom Fonte there, the head coach of the Red Devils team, looking on. Has he got some tactical prowess or some substitutes he can make that will get them back into this game?
Bit of a tussle there between Evra and Huth. Yeah. Only going to be one winner in that one. Perez now looking to pull the strings in midfield with the departure of Rivaldo.
He's going to need something special. There's a little, is he going to stay on? No, there's going to be offside, but Van Queer there with a no-look pass. Good little bit of quality.
Wonderful vision there. Just picky on, couldn't remain onside. But lucky for the Red Devils there, otherwise that would have been 4-1.
We may see some substitutes soon, I would imagine, as we approach the hour mark. But here's Nathan Mendy. Opportunity. Can he get the a little bit of work on that left-hand side to create something? Because United are struggling anywhere else across the pitch.
Clearing their lines here, the World 11, just giving back possession. Nathan Dyer looking dangerous alongside Blomqvist down the left. Well, a corner, that will do very nicely. Perhaps they can use the height of York and of course Dimitar Berbatov to their advantage.
Yeah, Wes Morgan in there, Wes Brown onto one of those heads. Looks like Nathan Mendy might be the man who takes the corner. And Miguel Salgado does his defensive work. Here's Dwight York. Need to get the ball into the box. Good little bit of play. Jasper Ronquist jinks one way, then the other. Robert Hoof defends well against him. Now chance for Nathan Dyer to get that ball in, but he doesn't plate it across. Work it nicely to the right hand side, United, or Red Devils, sorry. Good ball to the back post. Jasper Ronquist on the left foot. Defending in the end.
Great tackle again from Nathan Dyer. He's really getting stuck in. Evra trying to turn Mendy. Wonderful footwork. It opens up, but straight to David James. Great effort by Patrice Evra.
Yeah, really good effort there. In the end, straight at David James, but worked it well as Miguel Salgado had come across, and then Robert Hoof. And shows that the Red Devils are trying to get themselves back into this game. And again, with possession now with Jasper Ronquist on the left-hand side.
Building a load of pressure here, the Red Devils. Certainly knocking on the door, just not managing to get in. Deflected cross, Berbatov! Great save by David James again.
Fantastic technique from Dimitar Berbatov as it come across. David James held strong at the near post, but lovely technique, and here's an opportunity now for the World 11. Gully, Cesar still got it, he's trying to take the players on. Can Gully chip him? Clarence Seedorf can't get that shot off with defending. It's not often you see someone having that much space inside the 6-yard box and smiles all around, but it's 4-1 to the World 11.
Well, the Dutch master Clarence Seedorf just hypnotized the Red Devils defense there. A shimmy here, a shimmy there. Got that inch of space and just side-footing it past Julio Cesar. A great finish, and it's 4-1 to the World 11.
Wes Brown had to stop himself, didn't he, there, from maybe a bit firmer of a challenge. Nothing much he could do there for stopping Clarence Seedorf as he manages to put them 4-1.
Very nicely done indeed. So past the hour mark, a resounding lead for the World 11. And can we see that famous fighting spirit from the Red Devils?
Yeah, they need someone to drive them on. Whether that's a player on the pitch or potentially one of the substitutes that they've got on the bench. Lee again in possession. Still running, still going. He was up against Mendy there, and Mendy's got some pace and he was giving him a good game for it.
Nice move there by York. Opens up for him. They're on. Will he look for an early shot or just look to build here? Great defense by Mendy once again. He's been outstanding at the back.
Yeah, he apart from the obviously the mistake on the goal, other than that he's been very good. And there is your typical Wes Brown challenge. We've seen a few of them over the years, that's for sure, as he goes straight through Frederick Bugoni.
Yeah, that was robust, to say the least, from Big Wes.
I think he quite enjoyed that, you know. I think he was
rolling back
in his face, yeah.
Rolling back the years indeed. And the Wes Brown getting a stern talking to by Lee Probert. I think that would have been a booking back in the day.
Certainly would have been. It would have 100% would have been a booking these days.
So 4-1 to the good are the World 11. Well, like you mentioned, Chris, some substitutes might be coming in. It looks like the Red Devils are shuffling their pack.
Yeah, they certainly need to. And we hope before World 11 manage to get another goal, because we still want this to be a contest.
Looks like Antonio Valencia's evening might be coming to a premature end. He's certainly given it his all. 4-1. Time to make some changes indeed. Let's see what Tom Fonte has up his sleeve. And they grab another goal just before they make that change. Ethan Dyer scoring the ball to Blomqvist, just a bit behind him. I think Mikael Silvestre might be coming back into the game as well, or maybe just having a word with the substitute.
Yeah, I think his muscles won't thank him if he does come back on, particularly if he's up against Willie in the like he was in the first half. And here is Sebastian Veron on this left-hand side. Tries to clip it far post for Berbatov, but maybe the better opportunity would be to get the strike off himself there.
No real conviction in that chip shot. Meanwhile, it breaks for the World 11. It's that man, Ludovic Jouli, once again down the right. Robert Perez has some space here. Seedorf rolls it through. Malouda!
There we go, that was
5-1 to the World 11. The best move of the night. Orchestrated by Jouli, created by Seedorf, and buried by Flora Malouda.
That was impressive stuff from the World 11. Just holds it up, Malouda comes onto it, and a lovely finish in that far post, and it's just going to be consolation goals Red Devils are looking for now, because that is game, set and match.
Beautiful flowing move by the men in blue, and they stretch their lead further. And this could be a one-sided hammering in the end, Chris.
It could well be. I think there's still maybe a couple of goals as the players tire, and out of the two teams it looks like the Steel Doctor Red Devils are the team that are tiring the most.
So the former French international, former Chelsea winger Flora Malouda gets himself on the score sheet. Still have 25 minutes to play, but there's plenty of time for the Red Devils to come back into this game, but they need some goals right and quick.
As the ball goes out, will we see this substitute? Not yet. Doesn't look like the two teams are packed with substitutes, that's for sure. And here is Jesper Blomqvist, gives it to Nathan Mendy. Berbatov opens out. We're on now. Gives it into Berbatov. Berbatov feeds it through. The offside flag goes up. Trees Evra.
That touch from the number 7 there. I think it's the new man in. There you can sense the frustration rightly. He was well off in the end. Didn't need to make that pass. Patrice Evra, well, he's run his socks off this evening.
Certainly has. And the new man, is Mo Issa. He's actually the man who put this together. He comes from South Africa, was actually part of the South African under-17 team that won the youth gold in Tunisia, and he's worked with the Man United legends before, and so great opportunity for him himself to be amongst these players and maybe go and get a goal for them.
Well, he's wearing the number 7 for the Red Devils. That number carries a lot of responsibility, so good on you, Mo Issa. Can you repeat something a la Eric Cantona or Cristiano Ronaldo?
Yep, or David Beckham. Maybe not Mason Mount, I would say, because he's not really wearing it with so much aplomb, is he? But there he is, Mohamed Musa.
Oh, this sized away by Piquillon. Long range effort. The space had opened up for him. Just couldn't quite hit the ball cleanly. So let's see what Musa can produce. But Piquillon, he certainly looked dangerous as soon as he's come on.
He has. He looks a threat. He looks like what they needed maybe in the first half in that central threat, which isn't good news for the Red Devils. But there's a good run. Patrice Evra, can he make that through? He does. Can Patrice Evra get the shot off? He does, and it's through the legs of David James. And there is a second, and there is a smile from Salgado, because that was a good little race between them two.
A fabulous finish from Patrice Evra. The through ball from Veron. Just the sheer pace, the effort, and a sweet strike through the legs of David James again. Well, he's been a tad unlucky tonight, but a fabulous finish from Evra. And the Red Devils get their second.
Can they get themselves back in it though? Have they got 3 goals in them?
Well, get Sir Alex on the phone. We need some of that hair dry treatment just to G up the boys. 20 minutes to go in the game. They could turn it around. They certainly can.
Here is Intermendi. There who is slowing up a bit, which you can understand. Seedorf doesn't look to be. This man doesn't look to be. Gully. Oh, he's fouled. Surely that's got to be a penalty, referee.
Well, Mohammed Musa, could you be guilty of conceding a pen? This looks pretty straightforward. A guilty look on his face. And yeah, let's take a look here.
That surely is a penalty. It's a stonewaller, that one. Absolute stonewaller.
Well, he's been an absolute menace throughout the night on that right flank, Ludovic Julie. I dare say he deserves to take that pen, Chris.
He certainly does, but it looks like it's centre-back who's going to be taking it, who's been equally as good, but defensively.
Well, Mo perhaps asking for a VAR reading. I don't think so, mate. It's going to be a penalty for the World 11, and you're right, Chris. It is going to be Bernard Mendy to take this one.
And Bernard Mendy steps up. And, oh, it's saved by Julio Cesar. Not the hardest penalty he's ever saved, that's for sure. He kind of stepped and just flipped it over the top. Very nonchalant.
Very nicely done, a bit too straight. Got that big left mitt up in time. Julio Cesar, good save. Keeps the hopes alive for the Red Devils.
He does, and he got a huge round of applause from Mo there as he saw him save him from a bit of embarrassment. But here's Mendy now, great turn, and a decent enough effort on goal, but it's again Cesar who's done well and got down quickly.
That's a brilliant save by the former Brazilian number 1. Low and hard to his left. A save that he needed to make. Mo in another tangle, this time with Seedorf, and Clarence Seedorf the winner this time.
I'll have to check the notes whether he was playing for the under-17 rugby team or football team.
Well, the Springboks have been crowned world champions again. Oh, trying to nutmeg him, but not successfully done by the Dutch master Clarence Seedorf, a 3-time Champions League winner in his glorious career.
To do what he done during his career is incredibly impressive. Bahari's made the forward run, opened some space up on his right hand side. Patrice Evra, who again has been a catalyst for this Red Devils team. Dwight York flips it into Danny Simpson on the right hand side. Lays it back into Dwight York. Can he work? Oh, Mo won't want to see that one again, that's for sure.
Not the cleanest strike you've ever seen. It was lining up for Dwight York, but just squaring the ball, and an opportunity squandered by the Red Devils.
Another substitute coming up, I believe. As we wait to see, David James takes his time, clips that ball into midfield. There's Morgan, cushions the header into Dwight York. Mo gives it back to Dwight York. Potential free kick, but not given. Game has really slowed down now as we approach the last 15 minutes. Who's now seems to have swapped positions. Here's Clarence Seedorf, he keeps going, but Malouda has just dropped it off to Mendy. And there it is. It's a 6 for the World 11, and he's enjoyed himself.
Well, he certainly has. Wonderful team move again. Malouda, Seedorf and Mendy combining. And they had Julio Cesar and Knots. Brilliant move here. Look at that clip. And he had absolutely no chance. Simple finish for Mendy.
Two Wesses were all at sea there, weren't they?
So 6-2 and Ibrahim Ba. Well, he's getting a jig on. There you go.
That's lovely to see.
So 6-2 to the good are the World 11. Bernard Mendy, well, he certainly has a shout for being the player of the match tonight, Chris.
He does. I think it'll be between him and Julie. It's got to be someone from the World 11, that's for sure. Standout performers really for the Red Devils have been Patrice Evra, maybe Berbatov. David James gets that forward quickly.
This man will have a shout as well. Bakary Sagna, goal to his name. He's been running non-stop on that left flank. But certainly a lot of standout performance for the World 11.
Salah, who has come on, Mo Salah, Michel Salgado. It's quite a good swap, isn't it?
Yeah, we could certainly do with some Salah magic. So Michel Salgado finally gets a breather. He's been outstanding at the back as well, alongside Robert Huth and Bernard Mendy. Juan Sebastian Veron. Space opening up here for a ball to Berbatov. Somebody take a long range strike.
Yeah, need someone to show a little bit of magic or get a strike off. So a Mexican wave, you can hear in the crowd. A mix up at the back there, and it goes out for a Red Devils corner kick.
Certainly been a wonderful atmosphere here at the Al Maktoum Stadium. Enjoyed seeing these superstars of the past competing out here in the middle. Good touch there from James. Needed to get a glove on it. Blomqvist battling with Sagna. Throw in for the Red Devils.
Not the first time I've seen David James come for a cross and not actually pick it up.
Well, if you're an Aston Villa fan, you will not be amused with Chris Brown. You'd love it as a Chelsea fan.
Here is Veron, edge of the box, clipping Berbatov. Oh, great header! Fantastic little bit of play there. Sebastian Veron finds Berbatov, who finishes superbly into the far corner.
Well, I have a suspicion this might be an own goal. No, off Berbatov. Beautiful floated header. And nicely buried by the big Bulgarian. And some cheer for the United fans in the house. 6-3, and the comeback is on.
The comeback is on. 12 minutes to do it. I can't see there being much injury time.
Wonderful finish there by Berbatov. He's looking leaner and fitter than his playing days.
Yeah, he is. Never held so much weight, but he actually is looking a bit even thinner than he did when he played.
Wonderful player he was for Spurs, Bayer Leverkusen, and of course for United. Made it look easy, and he's made it look easy tonight as well.
Yeah, all the good stuff's come through him and Patrice Evra. these Red Devils. Here is the World 11 again. Franz Malouda into Clarence Seedorf. Will he get one of the... He will. He'll have a go.
Well, we waited for that one, didn't we? A rocket from the right boot of Seedorf. Of course, during the halftime, we had that very special draw for the car, presented by Hazi. And Mr. Rivaldo, of all people, presenting you the keys to the car. That's a special memory indeed.
It certainly is. And we've just missed a goal when we were showing Rivaldo handing over the ticket. We'll watch this one again though.
Well, Frederic Piccioni has been threatening. Wonderful low cross and a beautiful finish. No chance for Julio Cesar. Just a deflection. And Piccion does it very nicely indeed. 7th goal for the World 11.
Dwight York with his hands up. I'm not sure why Dwight York's got his hands up, because he hasn't contributed a huge amount for the Red Devils, but the good bit of play again by the World 11.
Well, the comeback might have been snuffed out there. 4 goals to the good are the World 11. But we're seeing plenty of goals in the second half.
Good to see, and that's what the people have come for. That's why the people are watching. They want to see goals, they want to see entertainment, and we've seen plenty of that. So there is confirmation of Frederic Piccion's goal. Less than 10 minutes left now in the Imtiaz Legends Football League. Match powered by Hazi.
Looking to build an attack from the back once again. And the likes of Seedorf, Sanya, Mendy, and Ludovic Joly, they've been running non-stop throughout the 80 minutes. Fitness levels are certainly off the charts. And even Robert Perez as well, forgot his name. He's been there right from minute 1.
He has, and it's impressive. It's impressive to see, because many of these, I'm sure, don't play a lot of football anymore, and they're going to be sore tomorrow. Here is confirmation of some other substitutions now. It's tight. He's got some maybe right to have his hands up there. And there is Julie and Lim Van Kuer making way for Rashid. I didn't quite get the other substitute's name. We'll get that in a moment.
Well, they've certainly put a shift in. Have Julien Vainqueur rightfully getting a break. With their side, 4 goals to the good, why not? Ibrahim Ba testing out the remainder of his squad. As long as Clarence Seedorf is running hoops around the Red Devils, it's all good.
That was brilliant from Clarence Seedorf. Yeah, he is some athlete.
Sanya in an advanced position here, looking for somebody in the box to get open. Look to reset as well. Or Malouda, always parading, marauding down the left flank, as he did for Chelsea and France. Good ball to Perez, it opens up. Perez! Oh! Just past the post.
I thought that was in. I thought as he opened up, and I didn't think Sousa was going to get to that, and it wasn't far off. In fairness to Cesar, he was across as well. Here is Yasser Blomqvist. Berbatov to Evra. The pick of the nose from Ibrahim Ba.
Final few minutes of this fantastic encounter here. The Imtiaz Legends Football League presented by Hazi. Great game we've had between the Steel Dr. Red Devils and the World 11. 10 goals. Well competed, plenty of entertainment. Some free cars being gifted as well by Rivaldo of all people.
Oh, Robert Pires is through. It's Robert Pires for an 8 for the World 11. He deserves it. And look at the smiles on people's faces in the crowd, because he's always a crowd favourite, that man. Fantastic footballer. Let's watch this one again.
Well, the give and go with Mendy, and great finish by Pires. Plenty of Arsenal fans in attendance, and he's rolled back the years just like 2004. Wonderful finish.
Still got the kind of shuffle, doesn't he? Still got the little shuffle. Not as quick as it once was, but he's a happy man. He gets a goal, I'm sure.
So 5 goals to the good now. In the end, it's been a bit of a hammering, if we say it diplomatically, Chris.
It has, yeah, but when you looked at those teams before the game, you did think that there might be a few goals to the good for the World 11, because they've got some absolute superstars in their team. And that's not to say that the Red Devils haven't either, because both teams are littered with superstars, but yeah, the World 11 were on maybe a different stratosphere.
Yeah, they certainly were. Still looking for more goals here.
There will be, at the end of this game, there will be a penalty shootout for both teams.
Well, you just
Bit
keep
of fun at the end, eh?
Absolutely, you just keep bringing on the entertainment, Chris. So apart from the full 90 minutes, we will have a penalty shootout. That result, of course, will not affect the final reading of the scoreline. But just to build on the entertainment, why not? Everybody enjoys the tense PK shootout.
They do. The fans will enjoy it. I'm sure the players won't mind either. As we approach the final few minutes of the game.
And perhaps give David James an opportunity to redeem himself a touch.
Yeah. A couple of goals have gone through his legs, haven't they?
Well, imagine a penalty going through his legs. He'll never hear the end of it.
Tom Fonte in the sideline there for the Red Devils as their manager. Looks like he can't wait for 90 minutes as well.
Yeah, he certainly will want to have a word with his troops before the penalty shootout, right, lads? We couldn't quite get it done in the 90 minutes, but we can win the penalty shootout for sure. Well, Ibrahim Ba and Bernard Mendy, they've been non-stop entertainment, haven't they?
They have. They've played with played and watched with a smile on their faces, and real characters.
He's done a great job. Well, here's another break on for the World 11. Piquion on the ball, looking for support. Clarence Seedorf joining him and demanding the ball. Wes Morgan, watch out. Does well, keeps his eye on the ball.
Where's Brown now? To Dwight York. Patrice Everett just dropping off to receive it. Little clip ball over the top. Quality isn't there.
He did have a willing runner, but not quite placing the ball to perfection. We're just about 90 seconds away from the end of this game, but not the end of the action. We do have a penalty shootout between these two sides as well. And just to inform the winner of the Hazi lucky draw, Ticket number 107 9172. You will be driving off with the vehicle presented by Rivaldo. So enjoy yourself and get yourself there ASAP 107 9172.
As we watch Clarence Seedorf just on the edge of the box, look to create himself a little bit of space or keep possession. Here's the goal scorer. Mendy again, good block.
You heard the thump of the block right here into our com box. Firm strike and a good block by Bilal. Takes some courage to step into a Bernard Mendy drive like that.
Perez, as we approach the end of the game. Last few seconds. I'm sure Lee Probert won't be playing injury time. And there is the final whistle for the match, and it ends up the Red Devils 3, the World 11 8, and it's been an entertaining game, hasn't it, Ahmed?
Well, 11 goals over 90 minutes. You couldn't ask for more. Fantastic win here for the World 11, led by the likes of Ludovic Joly, Robert Perez, Clarence Seedorf, to name a few. And Patrice Evra, he'll be pleased with that finish against David James as well. All in all, 90 minutes of solid, entertaining football action.
Yep, the players have certainly put their effort into it. It was a good 90 minutes of football. Some real quality in there. And at times it was like a little flashbacks, little throwbacks to some of these players. It gives you the the memories of when they once were playing.
Oh, absolutely. Some quality stops from Julio Cesar as well. And in the end, Ibrahim Ba, the much more happier of the two managers. But do not forget, we still have a penalty shootout between these two sides, so the action has yet to end. In the end, the World 11 worthy winners, 8 goals to the good, and the Steel Doctor Red Devils could only manage 3 in response. Robert Perez, he had a wonderful performance as well, and Juan Sebastian Veron in the heart of that Red Devils midfield.
As the players mix and mingle and catch up, then we'll wait for the penalties.
Plenty of fans still waiting in eager attendance, perhaps to get a selfie and get an autograph, get a signed shirt maybe. And why not? A Rivaldo signed t-shirt would certainly be a prized possession. So just to give the highlights of this fabulous encounter once again. Ludovic Joly, former France and Monaco winger, created a lot of attacks down that right flank, got the first goal as well. Wonderful finish into the bottom left hand corner past Julio Cesar. First goal of the game. It was Juan Sebastian Veron trying to slip one through, nobody reading his pass. Beautiful through ball there from Seedorf. And this was the second goal. Bakary Sagna with the goal at his mercy, burying it and making it 2-0 for the World 11. Every attack was led by Ludovic Joly. Spectacular scissor kick, not quite coming off for Bakary Sagna. Rivaldo then had a shot on target, just curling it beyond the right upright there. At one stage it felt like it was heading in. Berbatov then picking up a penalty. Bernard Mendy with a shove in the box. But it was going to be even more dramatic. The penalty saved, but Patrice Evra kept it alive. Crisania and Mendy just doing a bit too much. And dropped for Berbatov through the legs. That was the first goal for the Red Devils. It was 3-1 at halftime. Another opportunity here for Julie. Looking for Sadov. Nicely read by Wes Brown. And in the second half, the floodgates really opened. This was another big opportunity for the Red Devils. Into the second half we went. 3-1. It was the World 11 really put the foot down. William Van Keur with a wonderful finish to that bottom right hand corner pass. Cesar, who did get a bit unlucky. This was Clarence Seedorf hypnotizing the Red Devils back line. Look at that, just those quick feet and that wonderful toe poke past Cesar. Wes Morgan and Wes Brown just got a bit flat-footed there. Ludovic Julie non-stop running alongside Perez and Seedorf. And this was the pick of the goals. Malouda sliding it through with that trademark left foot. Easy finish, making it 5-1. Patrice Evra with a great goal here. Getting past Michel Salgado and through the legs of David James again. Great finish from the Man United fullback. Penalty. Tugged back there from Mo Musa. Bernard Mendy, well, couldn't quite bury the penalty kick. Great save by Julio Cesar. But then he did get his moment of glory. Simple finish. Skipping past Cesar into the net. He enjoyed that one. Well, the centre-backs always do when they get themselves on the score sheet. This was a wonderful finish from Berbatov. Floated into the box by Veron and past David James. Great finish. Goal number 7 for Frederic Piquillon. Great finish on that cross from Seedorf. Perez, anyone to fizz past the upright. He was denied on that occasion. But the next time, he got his goal. Stepping into the box and past Cesar for goal number 8. And he enjoyed that one, didn't we? Didn't we all? So 8-3 in the end for the World 11. And time for the selfies. Yes, absolutely. Well, I need to get myself downstairs as well. Get one with La Brujita. Plenty of support. A Boca Juniors shirt in there. Not sure about that. He's a Estudiantes lad. Wonderful scenes. Legends of the years gone by. So those are the match stats for you. Plenty of shots on target from both sides. 20 shots, 11 goals. And good to see not many fouls at all. And in the end, World 11 running out handsome winners in the Imtiaz Legends Football League powered by Hazi. So it's time for a break, and when we'll be right back in a jiffy, it'll be the post-match presentation ceremony to be conducted by Chris Brown. Welcome back to the Imtiaz Legends Football League presented by Hazi. This is what happened during the halftime, the very special lucky draw conducted by Rivaldo. The Hazi lucky draw for the car in the background, as you can see. And that was the winning ticket number 1079-172. So one spectator has gone home very, very happy indeed, winning a draw via raffle conducted by Rivaldo, of all people. And of course, let's take you through the goals of the day. We've had so far 11 of them. 8-3 to the good were the World 11. Berbatov to score the first goal for the Steel Doctor Red Devils.
Top class. Seedorf now onto that right foot. Can he get his shot
William
off?
Fanker.
Plays it to Francoeur.
A wonderful finish here.
Can he work a bit
Targeting.
of space? He can.
Pass Julio
William
Cesar.
Francoeur with a
Beautiful
great
finish.
finish from the edge of the box.
Goal number 8 for the World 11. Patrice Evra busy signing autographs, and why not? A chance of a lifetime for these youngsters to meet their footballing heroes. Taking a glance at the match stats then. 34 shots, 20 on target, plenty of goals. That was certainly a fun-filled affair between Steel Doctor Red Devils and the World 11 in this glorious evening. The Imtiaz Legends Football League powered by Hazi. Another brief, short break for us, and we return with the post-match ceremony. Wonderful visuals here from the Imtiaz Legends Football League presented by Hazi. Patrice Evra mingling with the fans, signing autographs, taking selfies. Wes Morgan in the act as well. Truly is some wonderful visuals, some memorable moments for all of these young fans, seeing their heroes in the flesh, getting to meet them. There you can see Wes Brown, Danny Simpson busy signing a lot of shirts, a lot of autographs. Everybody clamoring. It's been a wonderful night here at the Al Maktoum Stadium in Dubai. Well, even getting their casts signed here. Wonderful stuff. Plenty of Man United fans getting an opportunity to see their favorite players of the eras gone by. There you can see, well, even the security are struggling to hold back the fans. Wonderful stuff. 8-3 to the good for the World 11 this evening against the Steel Doctor Red Devils. Michel Salgado, Real Madrid icon. Why not? It's not every day you get to meet an absolute legend of the game. And of course, Wes Brown, Champions League winner, Premier League winner with Man United. He's a Red Devil through and through. Of course, we had earlier glimpses of the likes of Rivaldo, Robert Pires, Ludovic Jouli, Clarence Seedorf. Well, he will certainly be one of the more eye-catching autographs. Absolute superstar of the game. Wonderful to see these players, these legends, make time to share a special moment with the fans. And that will create a memory that lasts forever. Big Wes as well, Wes Morgan, Leicester legend, Premier League winner in 2016. Who can forget that miracle run to the title for Claudio Ranieri and his men in blue. I bet Wes Morgan's hands are getting tired of taking all those selfies here. Oh, a classic 99 United jersey. That's a special one. Getting the signatures of the likes of Dwight York, Wes Brown on that will certainly be a cherished piece of memorabilia. There you go. Oh, I met that youngster outside. He was asking me all about the fixture, who's going to be playing. And his eyes really lit up when I mentioned the likes of Wes Brown, Juan Sebastian Veron. Oh, good to see the young man in there. I think they might be here all night. Wonderful scenes. Certainly has become a bit of an annual event. I'm sure it will be down the years, especially the massive fan base that Man United have. Oh, lovely to see a Galatasaray jersey in there as well. And you do have to feel for the security wardens here. There's so much enthusiasm, so much love for the game. Well, people are even given the Crocs to be signed here. Fantastic scenes. Look at that. Real Madrid jerseys, Argentina jerseys, Barca jerseys, anything they can get their hand on has to be signed and has to be created a memory from. Truly has been a wonderful evening here at the Al Maktoum Stadium. 11 goals, a penalty shootout, a raffle draw for a brand new car as well. truly been non-stop entertainment in the last 2.5 hours or so. Wes Brown certainly a very popular member. Well, speaking of that lucky draw presented by Hazi, it was conducted by the World Cup winner Rivaldo. That is the winning ticket number 1079172. Well, whoever you are, you get to drive off with a brand new vehicle courtesy of Hazi. Fantastic prizes being gifted. Not just a wonderful evening of football, but a wonderful gift on behalf of Hazi as well, one of our presenting sponsors for this Imtiaz Legends Football League event. Well, Wes Morgan, he certainly is very gracious with his time indeed. He's got more of a workout signing autographs and selfies than he did on the pitch. Certainly a lot of enthusiasm here for football. Good to see them obliging all the fans. It's a very small moment of their time, but it creates a precious memory that lasts forever. So we're just minutes away from the post-match presentation ceremony. My co-commentator Chris Brown has headed down there. Such is the clamor for autographs and selfies. Well, Wes Brown, he's signed absolutely everything this afternoon. Shirts, banners, notepads, whatever. He's in high demand. And he certainly is very gracious with his time. There you can see even some of our event staff want to get a selfie with him. Why not? Well, that lucky chap in the blue shirt has got all the signatures, hasn't he? He's got 7 or 8. I hope he has some of Rivaldo, Perez, Julie, Seedorf, Veron, Berbatov. The name goes on and on. Certainly is a once in a lifetime memory. And full. And well, there you can see the young man has gotten his kandura filled with the signatures as well. That's brilliant. Don't be washing that anytime soon. Danny Simpson as well. Very busy. His right hand will be cramping after this for sure. Just played 90 minutes non-stop. Wonderful scenes here. It's all about catering to the future here. Young and old alike want to get a special moment with Wes Brown. And Wes Morgan as well. A thorough gent. Well, seems like we are just about in readiness for the post-match presentation ceremony. It's taken a fair while with all of these autographs and selfies that had to be written and taken. So there we go, downstairs we go to the post-match presentation with Chris Brown.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what a fabulous evening of football we have had here at the Imtiaz Legends League powered by Hazi. Thank you to all the sponsors, thank you to our legends who flew in all the way for this amazing initiative, an amazing crowd. Thank you to Dubai Police, our Nasr Club and their management, all our government officials for all their amazing support for making this initiative possible. Thank you everyone. In our presentation party we have Mr. Omesh, Mr. Naresh, Mr. Dilip, Mr. Janazab, Mr. Janagaya, Mr. Zareb and Mr. Lukman Das and Mr. Mazir, the CEO, Imtiaz Development. Congratulations to the World 11! Hope you've enjoyed it here this evening. Been fantastic for these legends to grace the pitch. As we conclude the presentations, player of the match is Clarence Seedorf of the World 11, of course. Fantastic display with our sponsors. And the award is being given by Mr. Lachman Das to Clarence Seedorf. Fantastic match, an 8-3 win for the World 11. The Al Jalea Foundation are taking the winning cheque on behalf of our winner, who's unfortunately not here. Thank you everyone tonight, thanks for your support. Safe travels home, have a good evening and try and get some more selfies with these legends before you go. Good night.
Well, thank you very much, Chris Brown. That is the Hazi car presented in the lucky draw by Rivaldo to a very, very lucky member that was witnessing this fantastic fixture, the Imtiaz Legends Football League presented by Hazi. So not only do you go home with indelible memories, you go home with a car as well, presented by Hazi. So just to confirm the result for you, it was 8-3 to the World 11 on the night. A fantastic performance from the global superstars against the Steel Doctor Red Devils. That was the final score for you over the 90 minutes. Thank you so much for joining us on the Imtiaz Legends Football League. Till the next time, take care and good night. We'll see you again.